I'm Dr. Tom Dieters, editor-at-large for Muscle and Fitness magazine. I am thrilled and honored to welcome you to the Muscle and Fitness Training System. This series, developed by the world's leading cutting-edge sports medicine and bodybuilding experts, is devoted to showing you how to carve out exactly the physique you've always wanted, whether it's a strong, chiseled, lean body or the massive muscle of a champion bodybuilder. We're talking rock-hard abs, massive arms, a thick chest, and mighty back and powerful legs. All of these are now within your reach because with this series, you'll learn the exercises and the programs to achieve the physique you desire. You got 20 minutes a day? Do you want to feel great and build the kind of body that makes hearts stop, but keeps yours pumping more vigorously than ever? Then put the exercises on this program to work for you. We're going to take you through 5 quick and easy at-home routines that will work your body thoroughly and professionally. Roughly 20 minutes a day, and you will rev up your entire metabolism, tone or bulk up the muscles you want to target, and give you that irreplaceable feeling of accomplishment that you might miss because getting to the gym is sometimes just too difficult. Every serious athlete and bodybuilder works out at home as part of their training, and we've got some of the best in the world for you here today. You want to look fit, strong, and competent. You want to feel like you're the master of your own destiny. Watch, learn, and, as the saying goes, do try this at home. So why do we turn to bodybuilders to learn the tools and techniques for maximum efficiency and maximum safety? Well, we go to bodybuilders because they are the experts. You don't have to look like them, you don't have to lift like them, but you do want to learn from the best. If you wanted to learn how to play basketball, you might study with Michael Jordan. How to swing a bat? Mark McGwire. Well, if you want to learn the details and strict control that strength training can offer you, you want to watch Gunther Schlierkamp and the other champions that we have here today. The truth is that the same techniques that are used every day by the top bodybuilders in the world can also be used by you, no matter what your age, no matter what shape you're in, no matter what your personal fitness goals are. The trouble is, some people confuse resistance training with long, grueling hours in the gym surrounded by hulking behemoths. Nothing could be further from the truth. For the kind of resistance training that every single one of us wants and needs, all you require is a little space in your own home and a few simple pieces of equipment. As the first step to any workout, spend about 5 minutes warming up your body. That means literally getting the blood flowing, raising the heartbeat, core temperature, and metabolic rate with a few minutes of aerobic exercise. Stationary bike, treadmill, jump rope, whichever you prefer and whatever gets your motor running. Get into a groove. Don't waste the moment. Don't just look around. For these 5 minutes, start visualizing what you want to accomplish in your workout. See your goals and see yourself charging toward them. Think like a pro, grow like a pro. No equipment? No problem. You may not realize this, but each of us has our own built-in set of weights, our own body. The empty room workout may not give you the ability to select the amount of weight you use, but you can hit every major muscle group effectively and with real impact by simply using your own body weight as a source of resistance. Who is this routine designed for? Anyone. Trying to get back into shape before joining a gym? Great. Adding into your regular workout routine? Or on the road with no access to a gym? Keeping your metabolic furnace stoked? Perfect. It's all right here. We're going to take you through 8 simple exercises that you need to think of not as individual movements, but as a circuit. What does that mean? It means you will move from one exercise to another exercise without resting, and rest only 1 to 2 minutes once you've completed the first 10-minute circuit before beginning the second circuit. If you can get through the circuit twice and have time left over, then go for it. Get a third circuit in. Before you start, don't forget your warm-up. A couple minutes of cardio or running in place, and then the carefully designed exercises of the home stretch as part of your warm down at the end of the program. Now let's do it. The body weight squat. Start by putting your hands on your hips, or you can fold them over your chest with your feet shoulder width apart. Now squat down slowly until both knees reach about 90 degrees. As you lower yourself, keep your lower back slightly arched, your gaze forward, and stick your glutes back as if you were going to sit in a chair. As you squat, focus on keeping your knees to move directly out over your middle toes as you descend. Then, flexing through your quads, hams, and glutes, power yourself under strict control back up to a standing position. Don't pause, don't bounce, and move smoothly into your reps. The side-to-side lunge. Continuing with your leg workout, put your hands on your hips, take a wide stance, and keeping your head up and torso erect, step with your right leg straight out to your side as deep as you can without moving your left foot. Plant your right foot and bend your right knee to 90 degrees. Then, flexing the muscles of your thigh, push yourself back up to a standing position and repeat the movement with your left leg. Alternate side to side until you've completed 10 reps per leg. Inverted push-up. Targeting the shoulders now, we move into the inverted push-up. Place your feet on a chair and your hands in front of you, shoulder width apart. Without moving your feet, creep your hands backwards until your body is bent almost 90 degrees and your head is facing the floor. Press up until your arms are straight. You should now look like an inverted V. Taking a breath and holding it to steady your torso, slowly lower your head toward the floor until your arms are bent almost 90 degrees. You want to feel the tension in your shoulders, not your arms. At the bottom, push steadily back toward the start position and continue into reps, maintaining the inverted V shape of your body. Push-up. For the chest, shoulders, and arms, we turn to that old workhorse, the push-up. But let's get our technique perfect to make the most of it. Place your hands a little wider than your shoulders and put your toes on the floor, feet and legs together, and raise yourself into an arms extended position. Taking a breath and holding it, slowly lower yourself until your chest just touches the floor. Then, without jerking or bouncing off the floor, smoothly raise yourself back up into a full arm extension. Then you can exhale. Keep the tension in your chest and arm muscles steady and consistent, and make sure your back and knees stay straight. With stiff torso and concentrating the tension in your arms, close grip push-up. To focus on the triceps, we slide our hands in side by side so that our thumbs and index fingers form a triangle beneath your chest. Take a breath and hold it to stabilize your torso. As you descend, your elbows will point outward. Once your chest comes in light contact with the backs of your hands, slowly and with strict control, raise yourself back to full arm extension where you can exhale. A couple of notes. Again, keep your back and knees straight, which will keep the work concentrated on your triceps. Also, avoid bouncing or pistoning back up once you hit the bottom position. One smooth, controlled motion, maintaining maximum tension in the muscles throughout the set is your goal. This one is tougher than it looks.
Lying torso raise. Your lower back muscles are key to supporting your spine and balancing the incredible abs you're going to develop with the system. It also helps prevent injury as time goes on. To build up the lower back, lie face down on the floor and place your hands loosely behind your neck. Inhale and hold the breath, then slowly raise your upper body until your chest is a few inches off the floor. No need to overdo this movement. You don't want to strain your back. What you're looking for is a nice feeling of contraction in your lumbar spine and your back muscles as you raise up. Hold this top position for a 2-second count, then slowly return to the start position under control. Again, avoid bouncing or jerking during the transition between going up and going down on your individual reps. Weightless concentration curl. Now let's go after your biceps. Standing, grasp your left wrist with your right hand. Apply pressure with the hand as you slowly and deliberately curl your left arm. Once your elbow is fully bent and your bicep is fully contracted, give your biceps an extra squeeze and hold that position for a second or two before lowering. Complete all 10 reps for one side before switching arms, which keeps the tension focused in the muscle longer. The key to this exercise is to concentrate the mind on keeping your working biceps muscle fully engaged throughout each set and applying some genuinely challenging pressure with the non-working hand. The crunch. This exercise will work both your upper and lower abs if you maintain strict technique. Lie face up, keep your knees bent and your feet on the floor. Keep your hands loosely behind your head to avoid the pitfall of pulling on your head as you get fatigued. Inhale, hold it, then curl your torso slowly as you bring your shoulder blades up a few inches, only a few inches, and squeeze your abs and then slowly return to the start position. To keep tension focused on your abs, thereby maximizing the impact of this exercise, don't spend more than a second in the down position. Remember, the longer your shoulder blades are off the floor, the more work your abs will have to do.
It's amazing how much you can accomplish with 2 simple tools, a barbell and a workout bench. This is how every great bodybuilder got started in their basement. In 20 minutes, you can move through a carefully balanced mix of compound and high-powered single-joint moves that will both tax every single one of your major body parts and give you the maximum bang for your buck per minute. This routine will pump up your metabolism and provide an excellent segue if you want to then move on to a regular 3 or 4 day body part split routine in the future. We're going to do our reps with what is known as the Weider descending set principle, where we decrease the amount of weight used each set. That means you will do your first set with a challenging weight on the bar. You have to calculate that yourself. Here's how. What's the most you can do 1 rep with? Try each exercise, then identify 65 to 75% of that number. If you can deadlift 1 struggling rep, but with good form, of 160 pounds, do your first drop set at 120 pounds for 10 reps. Then you drop 20% of that weight for your second set, to say 90 pounds, and do your second set. Because we're really going to work your muscles and your heart here, take your warm-up and stretching as seriously as ever. Here we go.
Deadlift. Position your feet solidly, shoulder width apart, toes pointed straight ahead, and a barbell set in front of you. Squat down, maintaining a slight arch in your back with your abs contracted. Grab the bar just outside of your knees with an overhand grip and the bar close to your body. Slowly lift the bar by pressing through your feet with good pressure on your heels. This is not an arm exercise, but a thigh and back exercise, so concentrate the work there. Your knees and hips should extend together as you stand. Once you reach the standing position, lower the bar back down by bending your knees and descending the same way you came up. Keeping your abs contracted, be careful not to touch the bar to the floor and move smoothly and under control back up to the start position.
Ideally, you want to have a spotter or a rack on your bench for the flat bench press, especially because we're working with a challenging weight on the first set. If you have neither, you might want to consider bringing the weight down another 25% just to be safe.
Flat bench press. To begin, lie face up on the bench and grasp the barbell with a grip just outside shoulder width. Inhale, hold, and lower the bar until it touches your chest. Without pausing, squeeze your pecs and smoothly push right through the bar back to full upper extension. Exhale at the top without pausing in order to keep tension in your muscles, then move into your reps. Bent over row. To work your back with the bent over row, you have to keep your back solid and more or less locked in a 60-degree angle. Start with your feet shoulder width apart and a slight bend in your knees. Lean forward, not with your upper back, but at the hips until your torso is 60 degrees in relationship to the floor, maintaining the natural arch in your back and keeping your abs tight. Again, we keep our abs tight to stabilize the torso and protect our lower spinal erectors. Grasp the barbell with an underhand grip with our arms hanging straight down from your shoulders. Now, squeezing your shoulders together, lift the bar toward your waist, your arms lightly contacting your sides on the way up. Be on guard against pulling the bar up with your biceps. Your back muscles are doing the heavy lifting here. At the top position, squeeze hard for an extra second, then return down under control and move into reps. Standing military press. The standing military press gives your shoulders the perfect opportunity for the kind of contraction and extension that both tones and builds muscle. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent and toes pointed straight ahead. Keep your lower back slightly arched and your abs tight. Take a grip on the bar just wider than your shoulders and bring the bar up to clavicle level. Now, inhaling to steady your torso, slowly press the bar overhead in one steady movement, contracting your shoulders for 2 seconds at the top without locking your elbows. This will give you a bigger payback for your efforts. Now, maintaining the natural arch in your spine, return down under strict control and immediately push back up through the motion. Standing barbell curl. The more rigid you can hold your torso during the biceps curl, the more you will concentrate tension in your arms and the quicker they will develop. So stand solidly, feet shoulder width apart. Grasp the bar with an underhand grip just outside shoulder width and slowly begin curling the bar to full elbow flexion, keeping your elbows at your sides at all time. If you concentrate, you can feel every millimeter of this up phase. At the top, squeeze your biceps for a second or two, then lower to the starting position and repeat into reps. Again, watch out for swinging your hips when you move into your up phase. Hold your body firm and stay focused on your biceps.
Follow on your biceps workout with the French press, which applies the Weider's superset principle, whereby you stimulate opposing muscle groups for an incredible pump.
Again, if you don't have a spotter or a bench rack, you might want to cut your weights back a little bit to prevent injury, and also to make sure you keep strict form. To begin the French press, lie on your back on your bench and lift the bar straight over your chest, holding it with a shoulder width grip. Inhaling and holding your breath, slowly bend your elbows to lower the bar to a point just over your forehead. At the bottom position, a few inches safely above your forehead, pause, then forcibly flex your triceps and return the bar to the starting position. Then repeat smoothly and consistently. Lying knee raise reverse crunch. We're going to use your bench to crunch your abs big time. lie on your back with your knees bent 90 degrees in the air and your hips also bent at a 90-degree angle with your hands loosely behind your head. Now, take a breath and hold it. Then lower your legs slowly, maintaining the natural arch of your lower back and keeping the bend in your knees. Stop before your feet hit the floor, just a few inches above it. Hold that position and squeeze your abs for 2 seconds. Then, without swinging them, raise your knees slowly and under control toward your chest until your glutes come off the bench. Again, squeeze at this top position and under control, lower your legs once again into your reps.
If you're looking for a way to blast your entire body with a few specially designed killer combo moves, you want to give this dumbbell and bench workout your best and most concentrated efforts. The beauty of this routine is that the combination of exercises can easily fit within your brief but intense workout window. Don't forget your warm-ups, stretches, and warm-downs. But it will also provide you with the added coordination and strength you might miss in your traditional workout. These exercises, because you'll be training multiple muscle groups at once, are more complex than most. So you're going to want to take your time to do each movement correctly with slow, controlled, positive and negative motions and at least 2 sets apiece. Move slowly through the repetitions and quickly between the sets. The first few times you do these compound exercises, go a little light on the weights so you can lock in your technique before you really start pushing. Take about 30 seconds between sets to catch your breath and to change the weights if necessary. The key here is balance, focus, control, and choosing exactly the right weight level for each exercise.
Let's begin with a fantastic compound lift that targets your thighs, your biceps, and your shoulders. Squat curl press. First, choose a weight that you can curl and press overhead. That is, something much less than you can squat. Once you have your weight selected, stand with a dumbbell in each hand, head up, and your back in its natural arch. Now, slowly bend your knees until your thighs are parallel to the floor. Return to the standing position while simultaneously curling the dumbbells to shoulder height. From shoulder height, palms facing backward, flare your elbows out while rotating your hands forward as you press the dumbbells overhead. Hold for a second, then as you return the weights to shoulder height, execute the negative portion of the biceps curl, then move down again toward the floor into your next squat. Squat, curl, lift, squat. One fluid motion under strict control, pausing only to squeeze at full contraction. Bent over row kickback. Now to focus on the back and triceps, you'll need 2 different dumbbells. One light to medium and one that's heavier. Place one knee and your non-working hand on a flat bench for support. Then bend forward at the hips and grasp the heavy dumbbell in your free hand. Now pull the dumbbell up toward your abdomen and execute 12 steady reps. As soon as you finish, immediately grab the light dumbbell and raise your upper arm until it's parallel to the floor and your elbow is bent 90 degrees. Keeping your upper arm stationary, slowly extend the dumbbell up and out behind you. Pause when the arm is extended for extra tension, then return to the starting position and execute 12 reps of the kickback. Work one side of the body, then move to the other. Dumbbell chest press fly. To work your chest, choose a weight with which you normally would do a fly. Lie back on a flat bench with a dumbbell in each hand, elbows bent 90 degrees. Slowly press the dumbbells directly over your chest until your arms are fully extended, but unlocked. At this extension, squeeze your pecs together for 2 seconds, then slowly return to starting position. Now, once you reach the bottom position, extend the weights out to each side of your body, keeping your elbows slightly bent. Now bring them up in an arc until they lightly meet at the top. Then you return to your starting position by bringing the dumbbells in closer to your shoulders for the next press. Double crunch. Lie face up on the floor, raising your legs 6 inches off the ground, and place your hands by your ears. Careful not to pull your head upward with your hands. Slowly curl your chest toward your pelvis while simultaneously curling your pelvis towards your chest. Squeeze your abs in this top position for a second or two, then slowly return to the starting position. Don't let your head touch the ground, and without pausing at the bottom, move right into your reps. Again, continuous tension on the muscles means quicker development, more muscle building, and a more effective workout.
4 tightly focused exercises, 3 of them compound. All of them are able to work you like a pro if you maintain proper technique throughout. The first 3 are excellent time savers, but I want to remind you, though they are designed for home workouts, you can use these routines at the gym just as easily. Do you think that a set of surgical tubing resistance bands that weigh maybe a pound or so can give your muscles over 200 pounds of tension? You bet they can. Can you throw a set of bands into your bag and get a decent workout in your hotel room? You sure can. I love using resistance bands. To be honest though, I chuckled at first until I tried them. Now I use them both in the gym and on the road. Resistance bands are economical. They're convenient. They can give you an effective strength workout and even help you maintain the strength and definition in your muscles that you've gained from pumping iron at the gym. Bands probably shouldn't be your primary mass building tool, but they can give you a great pump. Just watch backstage at Joe Weider's Mr. Olympia and you'll see almost every bodybuilder using them. They provide smooth resistance through a full range of motion. What they lack in iron's weight, they make up for in continuous tension. They help create balanced muscles and they're easy on the joints. All in all, they're an excellent vehicle to keep yourself in top shape. What are resistance bands? What you get today are not ropes adapted from other sports, but rather high-tech elastic polymers. To make the bands really work for you, meaning both to vary and increase the resistance, you'll want to buy extras like leg straps or door anchors. Door anchors, which are essential to increase the level of tension that the bands can give you, are critical. We're talking $15 for bands, approximately. Maybe $60 for all the bells and whistles. But for a very modest price, you're good to go. Once you have your bands, how can you make them work best for you? First of all, treat the routine we're about to take you through as you would any other circuit routine. Warm up first, jogging, 100 jumping jacks, jumping rope, whatever you prefer. And when you have finished 2 or 3 sets on the circuit, move through your 3-step wrap, the cool down, stretch, and replenish for all the reasons that we have discussed. As you'll see, the circuit has familiar names: squat, curl, crunch, and for good reason. These movements replicate gym exercises. It's up to you to bring the strict control and the concentration you bring to pumping iron to the bands. As with iron, technique is everything. You want to do sets of 10 to 12 reps for each of the following exercises, and you want to make sure you are isolating the right muscles, getting the most you can out of your brief, result-producing workout. This home workout may seem quick, but it can be very powerful for you. Let's get to it.
Squat. We're going to start by working the legs. Stand on the resistance bands with both feet. Grasp a handle in each hand and stand straight up with your hands by your shoulders and palms forward. Now bend slowly at the knees and hips as if sitting down in a chair. Keep your eyes forward and your back angled at 60 degrees. Squat deeply. Be sure that your glutes stick out behind you and your knees do not extend too far forward beyond your toes. When your thighs are parallel to the floor, slowly return to the starting position and move into reps. If you want to increase resistance, widen your stance or stand on a block with the bands locked beneath it. chest press. Hook the resistance band to a door at chest level. Facing away from the door, grasp a handle in each hand and position your fist at chest level with your elbows sharply bent. Find a resistance that feels challenging by stepping away from the door, then plant your feet firmly. Press forward smoothly, just as you would a chest press machine. Squeeze your pecs together at full extension for a second or two, then, under strict control, return to start position and move into reps. Try to keep your back only slightly arched and your torso stable. And remember, you want to keep the tension in your pecs at all times. Seated row. Here's one place where your door anchor will really pay off. Hook the anchor at the bottom of the door. Grasp a handle in each hand and sit facing the door with your arms and legs extended in front of you. Again, how far you position yourself from the door will determine the exact tension of the resistance bands. Pull the handles towards your stomach using the muscles of your upper and lower back. Keep your elbows in. When your arms are fully bent, squeeze your shoulders back to grab all the contraction you can for a second or two, then slowly return to the starting position and repeat. The shoulder press is similar to the barbell military press. Stand on the resistance band with both feet and grasp a handle in each hand. Begin with your elbows fully bent and your hands positioned just above and outside your shoulders, palms up. Now push up right through the handles. At the top position, squeeze your shoulders for a second, shooting for that extra added tension in your muscles. Then slowly return to the starting position and repeat. Try not to sway or swing your hips. Plant yourself, stay grounded, and find the strength in your shoulders and nowhere else. Biceps curl. Stand on the resistance band with both feet. Grasp a handle in each hand and stand up straight with your arms at your sides, palms facing forward. Adjust the resistance by manipulating the width of your stance. Keeping your upper arms locked at your sides, smoothly curl both fists upward until your elbows are fully flexed. At this top position, contract your biceps for extra development. Squeeze a second or two, then under strict control, meaning with steady resistance, return to starting position and then repeat. Calf raise. The calf raise is also extremely similar to the gym version. Stand on a sturdy block or box, looping the resistance band underneath. Hold a handle in each hand and position your feet so that your heels extend off the back edge of the block or box. Now with a smooth, controlled motion, lower your heels toward the ground several inches, pause a second, then fully flex upward. Repeat into reps without pausing. Overhead triceps extension. This exercise recreates its cable machine cousin very effectively. Hook the resistance band to the bottom of a door. Kneel on one knee and face away from the door. Grab a handle in each hand and extend your arms straight above your head, palms facing forward. Bend your elbows so that your triceps are fully stretched. Now contract your triceps to gain extra tension, then raise your hands back upward to the starting position and repeat into reps. For increased resistance, move through the exact same movement, but try it standing up. Crunch. Hook your resistance band to the bottom of a door. Now lie on your back with your head near the door, knees bent, and feet flat. Reach back and grasp both handles, holding your hands by your head. Tuck your chin in slightly, inhale, and hold your breath. Then slowly, without jerking yourself up, raise your shoulders off the floor by curling your sternum toward your pelvis. Hold for a second at full contraction, then slowly return to the starting position and move into your reps. Try not to pause at the bottom of the movement. Remember, you want to keep consistent, constant tension on your abs.
That's it. Quick, easy, but worth every second if you put your mind to it. Resistance bands will give you an incredible pump. They'll tone you and raise your metabolism, go easy on the joints, and keep defined muscles defined. And best of all, I don't know of a more convenient, economical way to go. Okay, let's say you're at home. In the back of your mind, your partner's asking you for more quality time together. Maybe she's asking a lot, so it's in the front of your mind. But either way, you have a friend in Muscle and Fitness, because we've got something that will satisfy both your need for a decent home workout and some fun time together. The at-home, no-weights routine I'm about to take you through is effective for a number of very good reasons. 1, it builds strength. 2, it increases muscle endurance. 3, it improves flexibility. And 4, it gives you a great pump, which decreases muscle soreness and improves recovery from any heavy resistance training you might be doing on other days during the week. For these reasons, this workout is particularly useful for when you want to back off hardcore training or promote recovery. It's also great as a stopgap for days you can't make it to the gym. And hey, it might win you some brownie points at home. Approach the at-home partner workout with the same seriousness you would as if you walked into a gym. Do a few minutes of cardio as a warm-up and get your mind right. Do your stretches afterward, as outlined on the home stretch segment of this program. You can do the circuit one person at a time with the partner providing resistance, or you can alternate, with you and your partner swapping positions after each has completed an individual exercise. The idea is to perform as many reps as possible for each set. If either of your goals include strength gain or muscle gain, then make sure the partner applies more and direct resistance. Each partner should do 1 to 3 sets all the way to exhaustion, depending on your fitness level.
Shoulder press. Sit on a bench or on a stable chair so that you are below the plane of your partner's shoulders. If you're a lot taller than they are, take a seat on the floor. Either way, plant your feet and tighten your abs to reduce pressure on your lower back. With your palms facing forward, lower your hands to almost shoulder level. Your elbows should be pointed toward the floor with your hands closed and your arms forming a W. As your partner places hands on your closed fists, drive your hands up in a straight arc towards each other, stopping about shoulder width apart. Tighten slightly for a second, then slowly return to the starting position and move into reps. Bent over towel roll. To work your back, biceps, and rear delts, bend your knees slightly and bending forward at the hips, lower your upper body to about a 30 to 45 degree angle to the floor. Make sure to maintain the natural arch in your back. Grasp the ends of a towel using a grip that's slightly more narrow than shoulder width. Have your partner lie on her back facing you, with her chest near towel level. She should grasp the towel with her hands, facing up, or hook her arms around the towel, clasping her arms tight to her body. Now pull your hands up and away from each other, squeezing your shoulder blades together. Slowly return to the starting position, letting your shoulder blades separate. This part is very important. Control your partner's descent. If you've been practicing control technique during your own workouts, it should feel natural by now. When it's her turn, if she can't lift you, then allow your arms to flex away from your body so she's working with the resistance of your arms and not your whole body weight. Super push-up. To work your chest, triceps, and abs, we're going to take you through what looks like a combination of a push-up and that old camp game, wheelbarrow. Place your hands on the floor, shoulder width apart, with your arms straight and your elbows unlocked. Bring your legs behind you and allow your partner to lift them to hip level. Bending your elbows, slowly lower your body until your nose is pointing toward the floor. Press back up, shifting your body so that your shoulders are directly over your hands, and repeat. Two-man squat. For your hips, quads, and hamstrings, this is an extremely effective exercise. Stand with your back touching your partner's as you lean into each other's weight. If either of you needs more assistance, bring your hands behind you and interlock your fingers with her. Simultaneously, both slowly squat until your thighs are parallel to the ground. Hold that position for a second, then slowly return to the starting position, pushing up through your upper legs, keeping your backs together for support, and continue into reps. Triceps towel extension. Get out the towel again, this time for triceps. Sit on a low back chair with your feet flat and your abs tight. Extend your arms overhead, grasping the center of a towel. Have your partner hold the loose ends of the towel and apply resistance. Bend your elbows and lower your hands to a point just behind your head. Now contract your triceps to pull your hands back up to the starting point and repeat. As always, try to maintain pressure throughout the movement, something you and your partner will need to communicate throughout. Biceps curl. Take a shoulder-width stance with palms up, shoulders back, and elbows by your sides. Have your partner place your fists in the palms of your hands. Curl your arms up in an arc towards your shoulders, pushing upward with the insides of your palms, keeping your elbows tight to your body. Stop at a point just above parallel to the floor. Slowly return to the starting position and repeat. Remember to keep your upper arms as stationary as possible while performing this exercise. Isolation is key to the curl. Crunch. Here we take advantage of the added resistance offered by raised leg crunch that you might perform on a bench or against a wall, rather than go ahead with the classic floor crunch. Lie on the floor with your knees and hips bent at 90 degrees. Have your partner hold the heels of your feet. Support your head with your hands. Press your heels into your partner's hands as you press your lower back into the floor and lift your shoulders to contract your abs. Hold that contracted position for a second or two, then slowly lower your upper body without letting your shoulder blades touch the floor, and move immediately and smoothly into your reps. Calf raise. Stand with your feet hip-width apart and your heels angled slightly inward. Have your partner stand behind you, putting resistance on your shoulders with hands. Now raise up on both feet, pushing down through the big toes. Pause at the top, communicating with your partner to keep the downward pressure on your shoulders steady, then slowly return to the starting position and move into reps. Back extension. Finally, let's stretch and strengthen your lower back. To many people eager to get through their workouts, they forget the importance of keeping the lower back strong. Not here. Kneel with your hands clasped behind your head. Have your partner hold your ankles firmly. Now crunch your upper body towards the floor as you try to bring your rib cage towards your hip bone. Contract your lower back to return to the starting position and repeat.
There are 3 crucial, non-optional steps you must do to wrap up your workout. Warm down, stretch, and replenish. I don't consider these as part of a post-workout routine because every serious trainer knows that these elements are as essential to your program as any lift, crunch, or pull down. When you're finished with your workout, move into a 5-minute, low-intensity aerobic exercise. Hit your bike, the treadmill, or whatever suits you best, but keep your heart rate under 100 beats per minute. This allows your metabolism to slow gradually and your body to recover in a controlled fashion. The second step of wrapping up your workout is to stretch the muscles you have just worked. For more detail on the importance of stretching, refer to the stretching pod at the end of this program. For now, remember that you should move through stretches with slow, deliberate, controlled movements with no bouncing or jerking.
Pike stretch. The pike position loosens up your hamstrings and your lower back. Sit with your legs outstretched in front of you and your feet together. Bend forward at the waist, not from the upper back, and slowly reach forward with your hands, cupping them under your lower calves. Keeping your knees as straight as you can, flex your toes toward you and hold that stretch for 20 seconds. Then point your toes forward and stretch for 10 seconds more. Repeat these 2 stretches slowly 3 or 4 times. Straddle stretch. The straddle stretch is for your groin, your upper back, and your obliques along the front of your stomach. To start, sit up and spread your legs as wide as possible. Now reach your right hand toward your left foot. Flex the toes on that foot back and hold for 20 seconds. Then point the toe forward and stretch for 10 seconds more. Reach your left hand towards your right foot and repeat. Modified split. We're going to come with the quads, hams, and lower back from a different angle now. Come up into your right knee and extend your left leg in front of you. Slide your left heel forward until you feel a good stretch in the left hamstring and right quadriceps. Use your hands for balance. Now bend forward at the waist, reaching your forehead toward your left knee. Stretch as far as you can while keeping form and hold this position for 15 seconds. Now try and bend backwards at the waist. Don't worry, you won't go too far, but go as far as you can while maintaining form and hold that position for 15 seconds. Then release. Switch legs and alternate sides 3 or 4 times. Prone shoulder stretch. For your chest and front deltoid, start by lying face down and extending your right arm along the floor, perpendicular to your body, palm down. Now rotate your entire body so that you come up into your right side and you begin to feel a good stretch in the right side of your chest, as well as in the front of your right shoulder. Using your left hand for balance, hold for 20 seconds. Then switch and stretch your left side. Prone shoulder stretch 2. The second prone shoulder stretch focuses on your traps as well as further stretching your rear deltoid. Lie face down with your right arm extended across your chest, palm up, and your weight on the upper arm. Without moving that arm, twist your body slightly to the left until you feel a good stretch in your right trapezius and rear deltoid. Hold for 30 seconds, then switch and stretch your left side. Seal stretch. Now let's stretch the hip flexors, trunk muscles, and triceps with another excellent compound stretch. Lie face down and place your palms down outside your shoulders. Pressing upward with your arms, arch your torso upward and back as far as possible without allowing your hips to lose contact with the floor. Hold there for 10 seconds. Now twist your torso to the left and hold again for 10 seconds. You should feel the stretch along both sides of your torso. Now twist to the right and repeat. Cat stretch. The cat stretch stretches the triceps and adds the lats. Kneel on your hands and forearms, sliding your forearms forward as far as possible while keeping your thighs perpendicular to the floor. Press your weight into your shoulder sockets and press your belly toward the floor. You'll feel a good stretch in your lats and triceps. Hold for 20 seconds. Pyramid stretch. The pyramid stretch targets the Achilles tendon. Lie face down and place your palms down outside your shoulders. Press upwards with your arms and lift your butt toward the ceiling until your legs, upper torso, and arms and the floor form 3 sides of a triangle. Now lower your heels toward the floor and stretch your Achilles tendon for about 20 seconds. As with all these stretches, repeat this motion 3 or 4 times.
Do each stretch slowly and push until you can feel the tension, but stop before it starts hurting. Repeat each stretch at least twice and don't sell yourself short. The final gift you want to give your muscles is some instant replenishment. Let's look. Replenish your body right after you're finished training. See the nutrition segment of this program for more information. Truly successful resistance training has as much to do with the power of your mind as it does with the defined musculature of your body. With all the insight and expertise our team has brought to you throughout this series, I want to make sure that one crucial point comes through loud and clear. Concentration means everything. Not just physically concentrating tension in your muscles, but mentally concentrating on technique, preparation, nutrition, and very importantly, on staying motivated. What motivates the most successful strength trainers? You might think increased athletic skill, or weight loss, or improved metabolic all-around health. Sure, all these things do go a long way. But true motivation, the kind of motivation that will stay with you through the hard times when results aren't showing up quite as fast as you would like, comes from here. Every time you perform one of the exercises in this system, you should be mentally tracking every element of the movement. That means you're watching your breathing pattern, your technique. You're on guard against recruiting extraneous muscles, against throwing your body around to compensate for too much weight on the bar. It means you're concentrating on your quads or lats or whichever muscle you're working as you work them. Imagine that they are exploding right through your skin as you fully extend and contract them throughout the entire range of motion. Shut out all external influences and master your mental focus.